Friday, August 8 in Salem. The city teeters on the edge of chaos. Tensions are high, secrets are weaponized, and trust is about to be shattered, forever. From a courtroom explosion to whispered confessions. From stolen kisses to emotional collapses. This is not just another day in Salem. This is the day where everything begins to unravel. So buckle up, Days fans. Here's your deep dive into the drama that awaits on Days of Our Lives. The air inside the Salem courthouse is thick with tension. Everyone senses it. Something is about to explode. For days, Belle Black has kept her composure. She's endured E.J. DiMera's relentless verbal attacks, accusations of bias, subtle insinuations that she's emotionally compromised, and a calculated campaign to undermine her role in Johnny's defense. E.J., of course, is strategic. He's not yelling or throwing tantrums, he's far more dangerous than that. Each word from his mouth is like a sharpened dagger, dressed in legal logic but dipped in personal venom. Belle has been biting her tongue, rising above the bait. Until now. As the trial enters another heated phase, E.J. stands before the judge, once again accusing Belle of violating her ethical boundaries. He implies, no, outright states, that her maternal connection to Johnny has clouded her professional judgment. Then he smirks. That signature E.J. smirk. And that's when it happens. Belle's face goes red. Her hands clench the papers in front of her. With every word E.J. utters, her fury builds, until finally, she can't hold back. She slams her folder on the table and stands up, voice rising above the courtroom murmur. You think you can destroy my reputation just because you're scared you're losing? Gasps ripple through the room. E.J. raises an eyebrow, clearly amused. And then, Belle lunges at him. It's fast, shocking, raw. Security rushes to intervene. The judge calls for order. And in the chaos, Belle's voice echoes across the chamber. You've crossed the line, E.J. And you'll regret it. In the gallery, Johnny DiMera sits frozen. This was supposed to be his moment of hope, his chance at justice. But now? He sees the woman fighting to save him unraveling right in front of everyone. Has Belle just cost Johnny his freedom? Or is this the wake-up call the court needed to see the manipulation E.J.'s been orchestrating all along? Either way, Salem just witnessed a meltdown that won't be forgotten. And the consequences are just beginning. While the courtroom erupts into chaos, across town, a very different scene unfolds. Marlena Evans stands by the window in her home office, gazing out but clearly not seeing anything. She's distracted, on edge. The news Sarah Horton shared with her earlier this week still lingers in her mind. Something serious, something unsettling, and whether it concerns Johnny's legal fate or Marlena's own well-being, she's kept it to herself, for now. But her silence speaks volumes. When Johnny finally arrives at her door, his steps heavy, his eyes rimmed with doubt, Marlena sees through the brave face he's trying to wear. She doesn't speak at first. Instead, she walks him to the couch, sits beside him, and lets the quiet settle between them. It's Johnny who breaks the silence, his voice barely audible. I think I'm going to prison, Grandma. I think E.J. made sure of it. Marlena takes his hand, her thumb gently brushing across his knuckles. She doesn't dismiss his fear. She doesn't offer false hope. Instead, she listens. And then, softly, but firmly, she speaks. Whatever happens next, you won't face it alone. I promise you that. Johnny looks away, biting his lip to keep from crying. But Marlena notices something else, something that chills her. His breathing, rapid. His fingers, trembling. Not from fear of the trial. But something deeper. A gnawing guilt? A memory he's suppressing? Marlena's instincts kick in. As a psychiatrist, she knows the signs. There's more to Johnny's distress than the courtroom. And what Sarah hinted at, about his mental state, about the possibility of buried trauma, might be true after all. Marlena leans closer and whispers, "Is there something you haven't told anyone?" Johnny hesitates. But just as he's about to respond, his phone rings. He looks down. It's a message from EJ. He silences it without reading. The moment is lost, for now. But Marlena knows. Something is wrong. Very wrong. And it may not be long before Johnny's mind cracks wide open. Over at the bistro, the wine is flowing, but so is deception. Gabby Hernandez is dressed to kill, her charm dialed up to the maximum. She's not just here for dinner. She's here to win, and she knows exactly how to play the game. Sitting across from her is Xander Kyriakis, looking sharp but uneasy. His confidence wavers the moment Gabby leans in, her eyes narrowing with flirtatious intent. The kiss they shared earlier wasn't just impulsive, it was calculated. Now, the trap tightens. As they share a bottle of red wine, Gabby shifts the conversation skillfully, from playful banter to dangerous curiosity. So, Xander, tell me, she says with a sly smile, what exactly happened before you came back to Salem? You've been mysterious. Xander chuckles, trying to brush it off. Nothing you need to worry about. But Gabby's not buying it. She leans in closer, her voice dropping to a seductive whisper. Come on, you and Steve, that little job you did for him? You don't think I noticed? There's a pause. Xander looks her in the eye, but there's a flicker of discomfort. He's been rattled. He tries to steer the conversation away, but Gabby presses harder, skillfully hiding her interrogation behind every flirtatious glance. She's not just fishing for gossip, she's hunting for leverage. Does Xander know something about Marlena's recent revelations? Or is he covering up a deeper involvement in the DiMera chaos? The chemistry between them is electric, undeniable. But beneath Gabby's soft smile lies sharp strategy. She's gathering intel, positioning herself. But what Gabby doesn't know is that across the restaurant, in the dim glow of the corner table, Sarah Horton has arrived. She stands frozen, watching the man she once loved, laughing with the woman she now suspects. Her heart breaks, and the wheels of revenge start turning. After leaving the bistro with her emotions in ruins, Sarah Horton doesn't go home. Instead, she calls Brady Black and asks to meet, urgently, quietly. They settle into a corner booth at the cafe, far from prying eyes. But even here, Sarah can't stop trembling. Brady notices immediately. Sarah, he says gently, you look like you've seen a ghost. She forces a shaky smile. I might as well have. She tries to make small talk at first. A joke about the coffee. A comment on the weather. But then, she stops. I saw Xander, she whispers, her voice cracking. With Gabby. They kissed. Brady's eyes widen. Gabby? Seriously? Sarah nods. And it's not just that. I think she's using him. And I think he's letting her. There's a silence. But then Sarah takes a deep breath, and says something she hasn't told anyone. I think Gabby's digging into something connected to Marlena. And I don't think she's the only one. She opens her purse and pulls out a document, one she obtained during her investigation into Sophia Choi's fake adoption claims. Brady scans it, and his face hardens. This isn't just about Sophia. It's about lies, manipulated records, possibly bribed hospital staff, and worse, there's a name circled near the bottom, Stefano DiMera. Brady's breath catches. What the hell is this? He asks. Sarah leans back, exhausted. I don't know yet. But I think it's all connected. Sophia's fake baby, Gabby's sudden obsession with Xander, Marlena's strange reaction to that blood test. Brady puts a hand over hers. You're not crazy, he says softly. You're onto something. Their eyes meet. A charged silence follows. For a moment, Sarah doesn't feel alone. But she also knows, if Xander sees them like this, so close, so intimate, it could light the fuse on something explosive. Because while she may be falling apart, Xander is on the edge of something much darker. Back at the sprawling DiMera estate, a different kind of storm brews. The tension here isn't legal or criminal. It's emotional, subtle, slow burning, and deeply personal. Chad DiMera has taken it upon himself to care for Kat Green, following the unsettling elevator incident that left them trapped and shaken just days before. Kat's injuries aren't life-threatening, just a sprained wrist and a bruised shoulder. But the trauma of being locked in such tight quarters with no escape, it's left its mark on them both. Now, she rests on a lavish DiMera chaise lounge, wrapped in a silk robe, hair tousled from a restless nap. Chad walks in quietly, carrying a tray, her favorite tea, a warm towel, and pain meds. His movements are careful, considerate, almost tender. He kneels beside her, inspecting her wrist as he gently unwraps the bandage. "Still sore?" he asks. Kat doesn't answer immediately. She just watches him, studying his face as if memorizing it. Finally, she smirks. "I've had worse. But I could get used to this, having a DiMera nurse on call." Chad chuckles, trying to keep things light. But there's a flicker of nervousness in his expression. He's no fool. He knows Kat is trouble, mysterious, unpredictable, tied to too many unanswered questions. But in this moment, all he sees is a woman in pain who's letting her guard down, for him. Then she shifts, closer. Her injured hand brushes his arm. It's a small touch, but it lingers. And then she laughs. Not the sarcastic kind Salem has come to expect from her, but a soft, melodic laugh that feels real. It catches Chad off guard. He looks up, and their eyes lock. The distance between them disappears. Kat leans forward, slowly, deliberately, and plants a kiss on his cheek. Chad freezes. His breath catches in his throat. For a brief second, he considers pulling away, reminding her that they're just friends, that this can't happen. But he doesn't. He stays still, maybe too still, because in that silence, something shifts. This isn't just a thank you kiss. It's an invitation. The question is, will Chad accept it? And more importantly, is Kat seducing him out of genuine connection? Or is this part of a longer con, one tied to DiMera's secrets yet to be revealed? Whatever the answer, one thing is clear. The DiMera living room has just become the stage for a brand new seduction, and it may lead Chad down a path he's not ready for. So there you have it, Days fans. Friday's episode is not just drama. It's emotional warfare. Belle's courtroom explosion isn't just a meltdown, it's a declaration of war. Marlena's calm demeanor hides a ticking time bomb of secrets. Gabby's flirtation is laced with manipulation and deceit. Sarah's heartbreak has unearthed a conspiracy that could rock Salem to its core. And Chad? Chad is walking a tightrope between empathy and temptation. Between healing and disaster. The characters we thought we knew are shifting. The alliances are blurring. And as truths begin to surface, one question echoes louder than the rest. Who can you trust when everyone is hiding something? So keep your eyes wide open. Because in Salem, every smile can be a lie, every touch can be a trap, and every secret can burn the whole town down. This Friday, everything ignites.